So while clearly I've been wrong about the Chiefs all year, and I'm about to have all this egg on my face and not take one of the greatest victory laps ever in about 6 days, let's talk about a different team that I was called a hater on, that I didn't know what I was talking about, that I didn't that I was afraid of the Eagles and was jealous of the overall strength of their roster, and Jalen Hurts was, outplayed Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Never forget that storyline. That I know he lost and he had the fumble that, flipped the game. I know, and they couldn't move the ball in the second half, but really he outplayed Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, if we're being fair. The only person who wouldn't admit that was a diehard Chiefs fan. That team set up for a dynastic success. Let's update how their season ended, DeMonte. Let's go to the Philadelphia Eagles.
The Eagles were embarrassed by the Bucs in Baker Mayfield last night. I think that was the first ever time that I saw the tush push fail in live time, and it was at the 1 yard line. Are you ready to raise your voice?
Real quick. Hold on, real quick before you do that. Go to my Twitter. Again, I've gotten obviously just everything wrong this season. Purdy probably wins the Super Bowl, the whole thing. But I did on Friday, and you can check the video. You're going to have to scroll down a bit. On Friday, when I picked the Bucs to beat the Eagles, I said, and as a capstone to the Nick Sirianni era, they go for 2 on the tush push and fail. And last night, in that football game, they went for 2 on a tush push and failed. And it was from the 1, not even from the 2 yard line, because that's why they did it. But go ahead. Ask your question.
Jalen Hurts got looked in a bad way on that play as well. But are you ready to raise your voice on your Jalen Hurts is not that great of a quarterback and Nick Sirianni's not that great of a coach take?
Well, the Nick Sirianni take, I've been yelling from the mountaintops.
Yeah.
I mean, that team quit. That team... Yeah. That team did not... I've never seen that in my life watching football. I've never seen a team in the first quarter of a playoff game look like they didn't want to be there. They looked like a team that was playing out the string on a 4-12 season.
Playing his ass off, though.
Devontae Smith
he was
played
the only active
Fletcher
one.
Fletcher Cox, who might have been his last game as an Eagle. There were some. But they looked like a team that was either on the wrong end of a 40-point playoff blowout in the fourth quarter, just trying to get out of there, or a team that was a 4-win team playing their final game of the year, just trying to get out of there. And they looked like that from the opening snap. That's a coaching problem. The fact that they had no answers for the Todd Bowles blitz is a coaching problem. The fact that they had a bad defense, changed defensive coordinators, and instantly got the worst defense in the NFL is a coaching problem. And folks thought I didn't like Nick Sirianni because he mean mugs the camera, because of his histrionics, because he yelled, "I don't hear shit now, Chiefs fans." No, that's why he was annoying. I didn't like him as a coach because we have no reason to believe he's good. None. He did play calling for the Eagles for the first 6 games when he was the head coach. They weren't good. He turned it over. They got good. He had Shane Steichen running the offense. It was awesome. Shane Steichen and Jonathan Gannon leave. He's grasping at straws for defensive coordinators after that. And on offense, Jalen Hurts massively regresses. So, yeah, the offense of, hey, A.J. Brown's down there somewhere, chuck it up, isn't that sustainable, especially when A.J. Brown is at a UFC fight with a knee injury instead of with the team. So, there's problems there. And I feel sick for Jason Kelce that this is how it ended. He deserved better. He's a Hall of Famer. But the easy thing, as we talked about last week, the easy thing is to fire the coach and offer Bill Belichick 4 years, $100 million. That's the easy thing to do. The More difficult thing to do is to have a long conversation with your general manager and be like, Howie, I know everyone fell all over themselves to talk about your cap machinations and draft style and all of it, but maybe the strategy of just drafting Georgia players and totally ignoring the linebacker and safety position wasn't as cutting edge as we thought it was. The really difficult conversation is the one that you're afraid to have out loud, which is, and yeah, I won't whisper it this week, are we sure Jalen Hurts is good? Are we sure Jalen Hurts is good? Not is he elite. That ship has sailed. The answer to that question, no. Now, he's paid like he's elite, so it's a problem. But if he's good, but not elite, you can get by with that contract. But when you look at Jalen Hurts, and this is again the point that I tried to make before, and people got annoyed with me. Jalen Hurts, in high school, no one thought franchise quarterback in the NFL. So it's good. Dual threat, good. Jalen Hurts at Alabama, no one thought franchise quarterback in the NFL. Jalen Hurts at Oklahoma, no one thought franchise quarterback in the NFL. Jalen Hurts in the draft, when nobody has you as a first round pick and you're considered a second or third round pick. Jalen Hurts, when he then ends up being drafted late second round, that is the world telling you no one thought he was a franchise quarterback in the NFL. Jalen Hurts his rookie year, nope. Jalen Hurts his second year, nope. Jalen Hurts his fourth year, nope. Jalen Hurts his third year, holy shit, the guy's dealing in the Super Bowl. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.